Another PSL football club is for sale. Welcome to South Africa's wild game of musical chairs, a complex history of ownership changes and sales. Try keep up as we unpack the history of South African football clubs. We look at a log table from just 10 years ago. 7 of these teams no longer exist or have changed name. We're going to do a deep dive. Try to keep up. We'll start with some of the easy ones. Durban City, top of the NFD, formerly Maritzburg United, and before that, Tembisa Classic. Another team in the National First Division, Venda Football Academy, that was originally HP Silver Stars, then became Silver Stars, then became Platinum Stars, then became Cape Moya, and then became Venda Football Academy. Same football club, 5 different names.
What?
Then you have TS Galaxy, who's currently in the PSL. TS Galaxy originally bought their status from Cape Town All Stars in the NFD, went on to purchase Highlands Park PSL status, and that's how TS Galaxy ended up in the PSL. Kwakwa Stars, named to Free State Stars, and then changed to Kazrick Stars. There's a pretty common theme going on here. Cape Town City that you see today, that status was acquired by John Committees. They bought in Mpumalanga Black Aces PSL status. And the Sekhukhune we know in the PSL today, that status was bought from a club called TTM. Listen to that name, it'll come up again. Subsequently, after buying the TTM status, Sekhukhune got promoted to the PSL. Now this is when it starts to become a little bit more tricky. Try to keep up. AmaZulu, as we know it, was renamed to Zulu Royals in 2003 after relegation. They then bought their way back into the PSL, buying Dynamo's status. AmaZulu was then relegated in 2015, spent a couple of years in the NFD. And then Thunder Royal came along, won promotion, but Thunder Royal Zulu was originally Hellenic and then Benoni Premier United before being renamed to Thunder Royal Zulu. They were their National First Division. They got promoted. AmaZulu then bought Thunder Royal Zulu status. Yes, they swapped statuses.
What?
Thunder Royal Zulu became an NFD team again. AmaZulu became a PSL team. Thunder Royal Zulu then renamed themselves to Richards Bay and then got promoted, and that's the team that you see in the PSL today. Then we come to the story of Bidvest Wits. With a 99-year history, having just won the league in 2017, sold their status to a team called TTM. There's that name again. Within 6 months, TTM struggled financially, sold the club to another owner who then renamed it to Marumo Gallants. And no, that's not the Marumo Gallants you see today. After being relegated, Marumo Gallants owner then went ahead and bought Morocco Swallows. I know. Crazy. And now finally for the story of Royal AM. Royal Eagles was officially formed when Sean Mkhize and Spoon Pasane bought Sivutsa Stars from Mpumalanga and moved the club to Maritzburg. Mpasane and Mkhize eventually split, Mpasane taking control of Royal Eagles. Mkhize then acquired Real Kings in the NFD and renamed it to Royal AM. After failing to secure promotion in the NFD, they then boycotted the playoffs and eventually bought the PSL status of Bloemfontein Celtic. Upon buying the status of Bloemfontein Celtic, the NFT status was then purchased by TTM again, and they were subsequently relegated from the NFD. So the club that is for sale currently by SARS is actually Bloemfontein Celtic, and the merry-go-round continues. I hope this provided some clarity. This is a couple days worth of research. That's the current state of South African football. Not great.